The United Kingdom voted out of the European Union last night, and the results of the vote weren't just being closely watched in Great Britain. They were seen as a test for the European Union as a whole. And now that Britons have voted to leave, it raises a lot of questions about the survivability of the EU itself. Eurocrats here in Brussels, the capital of the European Union, are in shock on news of the Brexit vote. This is the first time there's been a reverse in European integration since World War II.
There's no hiding the fact that we wanted a different outcome of yesterday's referendum. I am fully aware of how serious or even dramatic this moment is politically, and there's no way of predicting all the political consequences of this event, especially for the UK.
So how did you feel this morning when you heard about the results of the vote in the UK?
Now, if you lose a member of your family, it's dramatic and you feel sad.
What do you think other members of the EU are thinking at this moment?
Every crisis is as well a chance, and I tend to be optimistic that this is a new start for Europe.
Do you think that Europe should punish the British to show other members what happens when you leave the Union?
Now out is out, and they will be treated in a fair way, but not really privileged to animate others to do the same. That is a no-go.
How do you feel about Britain leaving the EU?
Pretty sad. I'm pretty sad. Yeah, I wasn't expecting it at all. But the people have voted, and that's it. Still proud to be British. Still, gonna carry on going to Europe, but. That's it. The reason why I came here was because I wanted, the European experience, and I definitely got it. But now I kind of feel like it's kind of been cut short in some way.
We're about to meet some Conservative members of the European Parliament, and they backed Britain leaving the European Union. And now that they won, ironically, they're probably going to lose their jobs.
We have to listen to the British people. They've taken all this into account. They voted to leave. We have to respect that decision and negotiate on that basis.
Are you worried that this could precipitate the breakup of the UK?
The SNP exists to get Scotland out of Britain. Sinn Féin have always wanted not to be part of the United Kingdom.
But now they've got an excuse.
Yeah, they've got an excuse, but actually, whatever the result, they would have found another excuse. They would always find an excuse. That's what they exist for.
But the European Union played a unifying role, especially in Northern Ireland. It meant that everybody was under the same umbrella, and it didn't matter what country you belonged to as much as it does now.
Yeah, actually, it was the UK and the Irish negotiators who did the deal at the end of the day. Let's not give credit where it's not due. Yeah, here we go.
We've got to get some breakfast.
Article 50 of the European Union Treaty states that any country can leave if they want to, and there's a 2-year period in which they can disengage from the European Union. But there's never been a precedent for a member leaving, so the process is really unclear, and nobody knows what the consequences will be for the European Union at large and for the UK in particular. So there's a lot of guesswork ahead.